Alright, it's time for another game with a bunch of masters in Jade Room. We've got 3 Dora, which means we really want to win this hand. 1. How do we get win with this hand? Well, we need a Yaku, that's for sure. Riji looks a little bit far away. We're definitely not doing a flush, so we don't need this south wind, which is neither the round wind nor is our seed wind. If we pair up one of these Yakai, it would be very nice. That means that we're going to be further away from the Tanyao. But there is a hidden chance of the 1, 2, 3 Sanjoku. If we draw around the 1, we might be able to get that. Right, that would be our 5th block. If we draw the 2, we can cheat to get Tenpai for Sanjoku. See how that works? Unfortunately, we can't really do anything about that right now, but it's something to look for, again. We really want to win with this hand, so we want to get into Tenpai as quickly as possible in order to do that. That being said, can I lose the 1 now? I feel like... Well, okay, what we can do, actually... we can drop the 1 here, which keeps our shape for the 1, 2, 3 Sanjoku still, right? If we drop the 1 here, we would no longer be able to do that. But we can still draw around the 5 for number 1, Tanyao chances, number 2, just good shape. If we draw the 7 like this, I think we'll just go ahead and lose the 1. Or do we drop this 1? I'm not sure which one's better. So here we're giving up on the 1, 2, 3 Sanjoku, right? And sort of looking for a way to get Tanyao. If we chi the 4-man, we actually have 5 blocks for Tanyao already. So we'll just go ahead and drop the 1. We got another Dora, which means that we don't even need to use all of these Dora in order to get our Mangan. Okay. This one's a little weird. But, I mean, I guess we'll just go ahead and drop the 5 now. This is 6 blocks. If we triple up one of our pairs, we get into Ishanten. Even if we get something around... we can also trim this 2, 4, 4, 5 shape into 3, 6, right? As in the 4, 5 only, to wait on the 3, 6. There's actually only 5 tiles left of the 3-6, so it's actually not very... what's it called? It's not very strong. Here we are definitely going to chi in order to get into Tanyao, but unfortunately, we were not able to get into Tenpai fast enough. Alright. Cool beans. Next round, still East 1 because the dealer won. 1, 2, block. That's it. Not a good hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 means that we can never get Kyushu. You could just drop the West. That's probably the best way to play it, but I'll go ahead and drop the 1 and keep a safe tile against the dealer, because the 1 is probably not that useful too often anyways. And our hand currently just doesn't have any value. So, we're gonna be a bit defensive in our play. Now that we actually have a pair that is safe against the dealer, see that they dropped the 9, we don't really need this West for defense at all, really. Alright, now that we've paired up this white, our hand can actually win quite fast. As long as we find our 5th block, we can sort of just get into Tenpai really quickly, potentially. So yeah. Keep that in mind. Both of the non-dealers have opened, however we don't know where the door is, so, you know, one of them might have an expensive hand. I don't expect that both of them will have an expensive hand, though, for example. Here, I don't think we really need this Kanchan anymore, and our blocks are good enough as is, so we'll just go ahead and drop the 1, 3. There's a possible chance that this player has got some sort of flush going on, but I don't think it's extremely likely. That being said, they have dropped from 3 suits, which means that it's likely that they are quite close. Here's the Dora drop from South, which means that both of them are probably very cheap. Good to know. We do not need to worry about an expensive hand from either of these two players. That being said, well, this one might deal into a flush, but I don't really think that they're flushing. Yeah, okay, this is totally fine. Again, cheap hand, whatever. We had a decent hand as well, so I don't really have a problem with pushing the 2. Alright, now we are in East 2 with 4 blocks. 1, 3. There's a triplet. There is a thing over there. I'm wondering if we might be able to look for Toy Toy. It's an interesting prospect, but I wonder if keeping the 9, or I wonder if keeping this South is really worth over the 9. Because, like, okay, imagine we go for Toy Toy. How exactly does that happen? I mean, at this point, yeah, we kind of just have to drop the South, I think. Losing the acceptance around the 4 is kind of not a great idea, in my opinion. So we'll just chill for now. Replace the 9 with the 6. I'm not sure if that's really the best thing to do, but no, it should be good. This one's an interesting con. I mean, you could con this. It would be nice to get another draw. But we are kind of far away from Tenpai, and our shape isn't necessarily that good either. So I think we'll just pass on it. Just a little bit of a passive move. And, you know, since we are in last place, we kind of would like to be a bit more aggressive, but, you know, I'll chill. It's not like we're that far behind from everyone else, really. Is the Ishanten? I'll go ahead and drop the 3 now. We can Chi to get... we can Chi the 4-7 or the 2 to get Tenpai. We can also improve our shape upon trying the 4, for example. Or, don't miss this, pawning the 8s. If we pawn the 8s, we'll be able to get Anko headless. I'm not sure how much we would really like to keep this 4 anymore, to be honest. It's getting kind of late. And maybe we kind of missed our chance to drop this 4 after the dealer is called 2 times. It's getting a little bit dangerous. That being said, I'm expecting that they're Taiyao, so this 9 should not be dangerous at all. 1-3 is currently safe against the dealer, so if we are not willing to drop the 4, we can always drop the 1-3. 2 is safe. Currently, I'm not really sure what I want to do with this 4, but we haven't gotten a reason to drop the 4 yet, really. That's Tenpai. Over Tenpai, we're gonna push. Easy as that. If we didn't get Tenpai, and we drew another dangerous tile, well, we might consider dropping the 1-3. Here we go. Wait, Simmel. 400, 700. Means, does that get into 2nd place? I don't think so. Yeah. We're still in 3rd place, but it's still a very important win that gets us out of last. However, the point situation is still very, very close, very tight, as I would like to say. So we really need to be quite on guard. Here, I'm not really sure which one of the 9 is better to drop, but we're just going to go ahead and drop both of them. These Yakai are pretty important for this hand, so I think they're better than these terminal tiles, as they like to be called. We got 1, 2, 3 blocks, potentially 4 if we think of it as 6, 7 plus a, 7, 8 kind of thing. Now that we've drawn something around there, I think we'll go ahead and drop this once cut south. There's a potential for Tanyao around here. If we, draw something around 3, we can sort of shift towards that idea. I'm not too keen on cheating. I'm not cheating pawning this 8 because it loses our pair. Technically doesn't even advance our hand. And yes, we might be able to find a pair around the Manzu, but I'm not too excited about it. Anyways, it might be about time to go ahead and lose this Chun. We've got decent shapes around. Technically, we're 2 away from Tenpai. If we look at this, there's a Kanchan plus a 2-sided weight, right? We can also look at this as a Liangkan 135 plus a floater, but if we want to see that we're 2 content, we see that we've got 3 blocks in the Manzu, 1 block in the Pinzu, and 1 block in the Sozu. As we have been explaining that, we get a Richi from, what is this, 2nd place, which is now, which is now 1st place, actually. Is that 1st place? No, it's not. Yeah, okay, fine, there's still 2nd place. But fine, whatever. That just happened. Let's just move on to the next round. All last, we are the dealer. In order to get first, we need to sumo a Mangan. Is that actually true? No, it's not true. We don't need to sumo a Mangan. Well, either way, let's build this hand. Try to Richi, because, well, we might lose. If last place sumo is an expensive hand, well, things might get a little bad. We'll just go ahead and drop the East here, I think. There's a potential for Itsu around here, and generally, well, numbers are nice. We can do Pinfu, we can get Tanyao. I don't have a problem with dropping the East. We already have a lot of, sequence sort of making shapes. There's the Dora acceptance around here. 2, 3, 4 Sanjoku is maybe a thing. 1, 2, 3 is not exactly a very good thing to look for though, because, well, number 1, we can't get Tanyao, number 2, there's 2 1s out. Number 3, well, I think it's hard to get Pinfu as well. Whatever. I'm not interested in keeping this 1, basically. We've got better floaters around the place. This 4, 6, 7, 9 shape can be looked at as 2 tiles. Sorry, as 2 kanchans. So technically we are 2 away from Tenpai, right? We got kanchan plus kanchan plus kanchan. But there's tons of ways for us to improve this hand. That being said, we can call for Itsu. That is a thing we can do. And I think we probably should do it, to be honest. It's getting kind of late. We're not going to call that one, though. I think. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be calling these ones just yet. That being said... Okay, fine, we're calling. Let's go. Yeah, as I was speaking, this Manzu block just got a ton of tiles depleted from its weight, right? There's 1, 3 gone, there's the 2 is gone. Now there's also the 6 is kind of gone as well. Maybe I actually should have called one of these when I had the chance to, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Alright. Either way, that is the end of that. Kind of a very quick game, but, that's how East-only games work. Get in, get out. Gain some points, maybe. Lose some points, maybe. Play another game if you want. However, well, you guys are going to have to wait for next week. Anyways, thanks. Thanks for watching. See you again.